Good morning, everybody. We're busy with the SGB training series here on School Corridor. I'm Sharon, and the first question I want to ask you this morning is, have you signed the Code of Conduct as a governor? Because every single governor, elected and serving governor, must accept and sign the Code of Conduct for school governing body members. Okay, now the Code of Conduct has been provided for you by the Education Department, and so you can, let me see if I can just take that off quickly and then open the Code of Conduct. You'll see there, that is the Provincial Gazette, where you will find the Code of Conduct for all governing bodies, and so we'll just run through the content of that Code of Conduct. Okay, so if you don't have the Code of Conduct, you can go to the WCED circulars and then look for circular 19 of 2015, and you will find that the Code of Conduct is attached to that circular. Okay, and you can print it out. Then, of course, your governing body will have a meeting. You will table the Code of Conduct, and then, of course, people can accept and sign, because every school governor must accept the Code of Conduct and, of course, sign acceptance of it. Okay, so there is where you'll find the Code of Conduct. So let me just pull up the training series again. Firstly, I just want to speak about the purpose of the Code of Conduct, and I've listed 5 points there. So you'll see the first thing is that the Code of Conduct is to ensure that the governing body structure is of a high quality, that you are responsible and that you understand what your job is as a governor. Okay, the Code of Conduct, of course, is binding on all school governors, school body governors. The third point speaks about the due process that is built into the Code of Conduct. So if there should be any disciplinary proceedings against you as a school governor, then the process is outlined for you in the Code of Conduct. The fourth point speaks to the fact that it's only the head of department of the Education Department that can suspend or terminate your services as a school governor. Okay, the school governing body can, if you should make yourself guilty of any form of misconduct, then the school governing body can temporarily suspend you after following the due process as outlined in the Code of Conduct, but the HOD, or the head of department of your respective education department, is the only one who can suspend or terminate your services permanently. Okay, and then, of course, there is an appeal process built into the Code of Conduct, where should you not be happy with the HOD's decision, you can lodge an appeal with the MEC of your province. Then just the main points about the Code of Conduct. When you read it, you'll see that it will speak about your responsibilities as a governor again, and the fact that you need to accept that those are the responsibilities that you will account for. The second point is that as a governor, your services are voluntary, so you cannot expect to be remunerated or paid for your services. And then the third point speaks about the fact that you as a school governor are in the position of trust towards the school. Now, we have discussed that in the previous sessions about what that legal term or concept means if you are in a position of trust. And then, of course, I'm just mentioning again that your services can be terminated by the head of department of your respective education department, right? So that is the end of the session. So now you've already signed your constitution, you have studied the constitution, you have made amendments if you're required to make amendments, and it is signed and on record, and you are sending a signed copy to the education department for the head of department's attention. And now we've discussed the Code of Conduct, that you have also sat in your meeting, you've discussed the Code of Conduct, you've made sure everybody understands what is in the Code of Conduct. Everybody will then accept the Code of Conduct. You will sign and minute that decision in your minutes of your governing body, and then you will make sure that you put your minutes on file. And of course, each of the governors can receive a copy of their signed code of conduct. So that, guys, is the end of this session. Hope that helped concerning all these technical legal stuff that we must put in place. And then I'll see you for the next session. Cheerio.